Hey Tribe member, welcome to Primal 6. My name's Brad Rasmus. I am the creator of Primal 6, and this is going to be as short a video as possible to give you a tour of what to expect when you get inside the Primal 6 app. So there's a few things that we're going to be looking at here in particular. We're going to be looking at and talking about the primal6.app website. And we're also going to be talking about the app itself, which is downloadable through the Apple Store or the Google Play Store for Android phones. But you can also view this app on a desktop computer in what we call a web app, and this is what it looks like here, and it'll be a mirror of what you actually see on the app. So we'll come back and we'll look at that in a little bit more detail later on, but for now, we're going to have a bit of a deeper look here into the Primal6.app website. This is an important website that allows us to be able to communicate with people through search engines, and this is where you would do any sorts of downloading of the app or purchasing of programs related to the app, which are not available through the app itself. Google and Apple certainly take a pretty big chunk of a commission when it comes to actually making purchases, so we've decided to do all of our sales here on the primal6.web website. So let's scroll down. So what we're looking at here is, when you scroll down, you'll see that we've got 4 pages that are connected to it: home, news, store, and connect. What you would typically expect with any sort of website with titles like that. So with the news page, we've got news here, social media, but we've also got an events page, and this is looking here at different sorts of programs and the dates that they might start or finish if we're doing it together as a tribe. You can do a lot of these programs by yourself, but if you wish to be able to do them with other tribe members to be able to get motivation, education, and inspiration, then you can check our calendar. We've also got here the store, where there are several programs that require different sorts of sports equipment, exercise equipment, and even books. And this is a place where we've made it easier for you to be able to purchase those things, and you can also be at the same time supporting Primal 6 through different affiliate links that we have organized on the page. And then when it comes to connecting with us, if you'd like to be able to email us directly or even book in a Zoom video call to be able to speak with a Primal 6 coach, such as Brad himself, myself, then you can make a booking right there. But let's go back to the home page. So if we scroll down here, as you go down, you'll be able to see that there is one main video that will advertise the actual app. And as you go down to here, you'll then learn pretty quickly that there are 4 ways to become part of the tribe. You can do it for free as a pioneer. You can join on a monthly subscription. Currently, there's 5 different options to join as a primate. You can join as a chief, which are one-time investments. You pay once, you never pay again, and they are for big programs. And then you can join as an elder, where you have access to the entire app, and you're also getting regular coaching with someone like myself, Brad. This is the video you're watching currently here now. And as you scroll down, you'll see each section for each tribe level has more information about each of the individual programs. A description, there's also some of them will have videos that you can watch as well if you choose to go that deep into it. Bigger buttons where you can download the actual apps or access the Primal 6 website, as we've been talking about, or the web version of the actual app. So this is the Pioneer version. Everyone should be going here to download the app for free. And then here is same thing again with regards to the Pri-MATE level. But here you'll see that there are 5 different options on how to become a primate. So if option 2 looks like it's of interest to you based on the images that you can see here, you can also click on the drop down to learn a little bit more about why this program or this option should suit you. The prices here currently range from $49 to $96 US per month. Those prices will be changing in the near future. The chief one-time investments, as you can see there, same layout with regards to description, video that you can watch, and the prices here for those particular programs are currently $9.96 US per program, or 10% off if you buy them both together. And then when it comes to the elder program, you'll definitely need to book in a free 30-minute call with Brad to be able to discuss if there's a mutual fit in us working together, and to then look at the different price options for the entire program. Testimonies right down below. So many people have been applying these Primal 6 principles for a very long time. So there's plenty of education and motivation and inspiration that you can get from looking at these different sorts of testimonials. Now let's go further and deeper into the actual app itself. So when looking here at the web app version of Primal 6, you'll see that there are 5 different sections down here on the side. This first page called Explore is just basically a sales page, but once you've first joined up, you'll be clicking on a button here called Get Instant Access, which will then be able to give you access to the different programs that will come up here available on the Get Primal section. So if you are an elder, you will then see access to a whole heap of different programs here, all on the one page. Okay, at this particular time, if you are just a pioneer when you sign up, then you're only going to see Primal Preview, Primal 6 Proof, Foundations, and Tribal News. But we've also got a few other things here. We've got Tribe, which is essentially like a Facebook Messenger, a place to be able to connect with other tribe members and with Primal 6 coaches like Brad directly. Whenever you see a green little number that'll pop up here, that'll indicate that you've got a message within that channel that's relevant to you. We have a tracking section that allows you to be able to track every different area of the Primal 6. A lot of these ones here are also very relevant to a program called Primal 6 Challenge. It'll make more sense when you do that particular program. But also do know there's only one section here that is for your eyes only, where its check-ins are only visible to you. The rest of them are actually visible to the rest of the tribe using this app, so that we can all keep each other accountable. And then you've got a profile section where you can look at your history, change your settings, contact support, and all of your notifications for messages sent your way are going to be up here in the top right-hand corner bell. Let's spend more time here, though, looking at each individual program. Primal 6 Preview is a module that is pretty much a mirror of what you would see on the primal6.app website. This is the place to be able to also go, or if someone just downloaded this randomly off the internet and they hadn't actually seen the primal6.app website, they would be getting a lot of the same information where they can watch individual videos about each different program, but it's also going to encourage you to be able to click on a button that will take you to the website to be able to make purchases should you wish to become a primate or a chief or an elder. Other important parts of this particular module is this is where you would go to amend a subscription if you have made a purchase and you're wanting to amend it for a period of time. And or if you're wanting to make sure that you get all notifications that are sent through to you on your smartphone, then here are some instructions here on how to set that up for iPhone and for Android. Primal 6 Proof, though, is still another free module that is part of the Pioneer level. And you'll see tons of different, very motivating, very inspiring stories, whether images and or videos of different people that have been applying these principles for a very long period of time. And it's pretty amazing to see there's tons of people here. Primal 6 Foundations is basically a 1-hour video that's been snapped up into 6 different areas to look at mindset, breath, water, food, movement, and sleep. Our 6 primal elements that are really important and are the backbone of this entire website. Go through here and listen to Brad talking about each individual area in a short 5 to 10 minute video. Tribal News is an exciting module that I'm really looking forward to seeing grow over time. It's for exclusive articles, social media, vlogs, and podcast collaborations over a variety of different topics with different experts around the world that we are collaborating with to be able to share the same Primal 6 type message. So if you want to learn more about ketones, if you want to learn more about growing your own organic food, if you want to learn more about live blood analysis, crazy sex drive, sugar, meditation, beer, coffee, and blood, and so on and so forth. There's plenty of different bits of information here that are going to grow over a period of time as the app grows and grows and grows. Now, as we get into the paid PRI-MATE level, you now have access to what's called Primal Mobility, Primal 636 training, Primal Cleanse, Primal Recipes, and Primal Campfire. So as we go back up here to Primal Mobility, this is definitely what I call the ultimate personalized joint lubrication program. So you start this program by doing a short 9-point flexibility test, which helps us to be able to ascertain what your overall genetic level of flexibility is. Some people are extremely flexible and they need way more stability and strength than they do flexibility. So this is an important test to be able to go through and do. Once you've started up here, though, I'll take one step back here. This is where you download a PDF that will allow you to be able to then go through and tick off all of the relevant stretches and mobilizations that you do that are relevant to tightness levels on your body. So you'll be able to go through 20 different videos that we've painstakingly made for you to be able to determine where your levels of tightness and mobilizations are that are needed. And then we've got joint flexibility, joint stretches essentially, which we call mobilizations, which are done with things like foam rollers and big, strong, tight bands. Primal 636 training is a functional movement program using our personalized 636 approach. 6 stands for 6 different primal movement patterns, 3 planes of motion, and 6 different styles of training ranging from stability and flexibility down through endurance, hypertrophy, strength, max strength, which is lifting fairly heavy in comparison to the lightness of what you're doing up here, and then power is basically being able to perform these movements that you've become very accustomed to at an explosive, fast pace. Once you've then become very well versed in all of these different types of programs, then we've got what's called a Primal 636 WOD. Primal 636 WOD is a word that's been taken from the sport of CrossFit, and it's a combination of all of the different types of training up above, where your body is basically just having to get used to doing anything that's thrown at it, whereas the themes of these particular programs stay true to the repetition range and the styles of training that you're actually focusing on. We've got 11-year-old girls following these programs all the way up to 72-year-old veterans, so it's definitely something that can be used with beginners all the way through to advanced athletes. The next program is the Primal Cleanse, which is a 14-day challenge challenging people to rest, heal, and recharge. Imagine that. Instead of working out all the time, a big part of our holistic health approach is to get people to realize that they need to give their body a break, especially after the last few years of craziness that we've had worldwide here. We need you to choose a level. Level 1 is the easiest. Level 2 is definitely harder, and level 3 is certainly challenging, especially for someone that's only ever been used to doing a cleanse if they've just been focusing on food. Because we are a holistic health business, we take a super holistic approach. So everything that is in this particular program is a combination of Primal 6 elements that focus on diet, movement, relaxation, supplements, and lifestyle changes. So expect to be taken through, if you were to go through this suggested cleanse over 14 days, then you're going to be learning about a lot of different things, from what we call weeding to seeding, and we're going to be taking you through things like Qigong and Tai Chi and meditation and flexibility work and things to be able to help you relax your body as much as you possibly can using a range of different written information and videos and education. It really is a pretty amazing cleanse. So if you've only ever focused on cleanses and detoxes that are just purely focused on food, the Primal Cleanse is definitely the next level up, with all of these amazing rest protocols and healing protocols that are all part of the different levels depending upon what you do. This is something that we encourage people to do seasonally, so 4 times a year. Primal Recipes is another amazing program, which is a shorter program, but it collaborates with the Primal Cleanse program. What we have here, though, is a way of being able to personalize your needs, your dietary needs. One man's food is really another man's poison. And in this short 11-minute video, you'll be able to go through and find out what the correct fuel mix really is for you. Are you more like an Eskimo, or are you more like a Fijian based on your ancestry? It's an important part to be able to determine how your digestive system deals with different types of foods like protein and carbohydrate, and or having mixed combinations of the two. You'll then see a ton of different recipes that you can then try out that are going to be relevant to your particular type of what we call a metabolic type. It's a powerful program and an amazing way of getting people to understand how their ancestry influences their nutritional needs. Primal Campfire is a place to be able to access YouTube live recordings. So if you are a primate, a chief, or an elder, you'll be able to find videos here that are relevant to the programs that you're doing. And if you have any questions directly for us at Primal 6, you can go to Tribe, you can go down to the channel called Primal Campfire, and you can put your questions here either into the chief, elder, or the primate section, and we'll be able to answer them as best we can during the next live video. Now, our next 2 big programs that we have for chiefs are the Primal 6 Challenge and also Primal Mind. Let's start with Primal 6 Challenge. Primal 6 Challenge is a 31-day challenge to create lifelong habits for supreme health. This is definitely the jewel in the crown. This is our favorite program we've ever created. It's so in-depth, and it's just a very, very powerful way to be able to help people be able to create a new routine, a new lifestyle that works for them. There are so many different ways to improve your mindset, your breath, the water that you drink, the food that you eat, the movement that you do, and the sleep that you take. So we want to be able to teach people different aspects of each of these elements of the Primal 6, but encourage you to choose the one that you think that you're going to do the most. So say, for example, we teach you here in this one particular, yes, that is me. If we're wanting to teach you something about journaling, but you don't really enjoy it, but you really enjoy meditation, then we're going to encourage you to choose meditation as your Primal 6 element that you will continue on for the rest of this 31-day course and then beyond. There's a whole heap of amazing tools here that we're going to be teaching you that we've been using with clients for many, many years. They're very powerful, and this program here is something that is definitely something that we really recommend for people to be able to do, especially if you are completely brand new to anything to do with holistic health, or you're the sort of person that's actually already done quite a lot of things with regards to holistic health, but you're still not getting the results that you want because you're not choosing the things that you're sticking with, say, for the longest, or the things that you're really enjoying the most. We always like to say the best program that you can do do is the one that you will do. So let's create that program that you will actually do. Our last program here for Chiefs is called Primal Mind. This is an 8-week course that we've created to take you from victim to co-creator of your destiny. We created this during the COVID period, and it's got a whole heap of amazing content from a personal development perspective, ranging from communication and relationships to nutrition and lifestyle, to looking at goal planning, purpose and values, the environment that you actually live in, the people that uphold you, cause, effect, responsibility, and a whole heap more. Now, what you'll see here with this is that there's 2 videos for each section. Each one of these videos here goes for approximately 90 minutes. These are 2 different courses that we've recorded in the past, and there are other contestants or other participants, that have actually been in these programs that have given us permission to be able to be used in these videos. And you could watch both of them if you wanted to, or you could follow along as though you're part of one of these groups when they were done, and go through and do all of the actual activities that are part of the Primal Mind course. There are different questionnaires and workbooks that you can download here to be able to get the most out of the actual program. And you can also then, once you've finished this program, book in a time with Brad to be able to have discussion about where you're at, what you got out of it, and if you're looking for any sorts of extra training or coaching on a one-on-one basis after you've completed the program. So thanks so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you've got a lot out of Primal 6. And if you're looking to learn more, or you're looking to just join up today, then go to primal6.app, and we look forward to welcoming you as part of the tribe.